Deadpool is probably not what pops into mind when someone says superhero, but this mercenary with a mouth is a powerful mutant. So powerful, in fact, that in the comics, he decimates all the Avengers. But before we get into that, who is Deadpool, and what is he really capable of? Let's find out. Deadpool, formerly known as Wade Wilson, is a fictional character created by Rob Liefeld, who first appeared in the New Mutants issue number 98. Initially, Deadpool was portrayed as a villain when he made his debut in the New Mutants, but later evolved into his more recognizable anti-hero persona. He is depicted as having a proclivity for joking constantly, and is habitually known to break the fourth wall. This literary device is used by his writers to deliver a more humorous effect and to run gags. What we'll come to see, though, is that Wade Wilson is a deeply tortured man, and a victim of unfortunate circumstances that turn to humor to help him cope with all that he endured. His humor and unpredictability is also a sign that Wade is mentally unstable. This much can be surmised from him giving very conflicting accounts of his childhood. He once recalled that he had abandoned his mother when she was pregnant, and that, as a young boy, he was always the victim of assault from his bearer. This physical and psychological torment had prompted Wade to become resentful and treat serious situations with humor as a sort of coping mechanism. After he ran away from home, Wade joined the military, the Special Forces in particular. It was here that he picked up his proficiency with guns and trained himself to be a master hand-to-hand combatant. He would even be able to take on the likes of Wolverine and Taskmaster. Things would only get worse for the 23-year-old when he discovered that he had 34 inoperable cancers and was a terminally ill man. His last resort was to become the test subject of the Department K's superhuman test program, commonly known as the Weapons X program. His cancer was temporarily arrested via the implantation of a healing factor which was derived from the blood of another mutant, Wolverine. However, this came at the price of him having permanent deformities to endure and was rejected by the program. Deadpool is physiologically enhanced at the genetic level, which gives him regenerative healing, disease immunity, and foreign chemical resistance. This basically meant that he was immortal. At present, Deadpool's regenerative healing powers are the most prominently displayed abilities to date, not counting Wolverine. Okay, it might be worthwhile to mention that when we discuss health regeneration, for many superheroes like Wolverine, it is strictly limited to the physical kind. He can heal from cuts and bullet wounds instantly, but he is still prone to psychic attacks. Deadpool, on the other hand, has a metabolism that is off the charts and has accelerated cell generation. We only discuss regeneration of the body, but those aren't the only cells that are being replaced. The ones in his mind are as well. Since Deadpool's brain cells are subject to the same biological regeneration, this makes him completely invulnerable to any telepathic attacks. If, for example, Jean Grey were trying to cripple Deadpool's mind in a fight, his regenerative powers would outpace her attacks and render them useless. Deadpool certainly seems like the superhero who has it all, but that might not be the case. One of the most challenging aspects of being a superhero is to always be on top of the action by getting from place to place. Well, if you're Iron Man, you can fly to wherever the showdown is. Or like Nightcrawler, you could teleport to your next location. But how does a superhero who can't fly, can't teleport, and doesn't have super speed commute? Well, in the first Deadpool movie, Wade hires a taxi service, and the affable Dopinder drives him to the fight. The two talk during the drive, and Deadpool even offers some romance advice. Though it is a pleasant experience, it is not in any way efficient. What if he got caught in traffic, or got a flat tire, or maybe even ran out of gas? He would be late to the party. Maybe soon, Deadpool can use a teleportation device like he did in the X-Men. Speaking of quirks, Deadpool has another very sophisticated power that is exclusive to him in the entire MCU. He can see us seeing him. Deadpool looking straight into the camera to address his fans is often taken to be a humorous take on the character. Whether it is through a television screen or through the pages of a comic book, Wade Wilson knows that we know he exists. While it may seem strange that a superhero has self-awareness, it is very significant for Deadpool. By the end of the movies, the audience becomes so used to this quirk that all Deadpool has to do is give a wink or a nod to let us know what he is thinking. It's almost as though he is making us a part of an inside joke, but he sometimes uses it for exposition and to give the audience some very valuable insight. This is a bit more than just a gag on the part of the writers. Deadpool's awareness about our existence is a part of his superpowers. Any other hero around him, like Captain America or Wolverine, regardless of how powerful they may be, don't know that they are inside a scripted storyline. Deadpool can use this to his advantage, and he often does. It makes him acutely aware of the circumstances and can perceive the reality of a situation. Unlike Iron Man, for example, who may be a genius but not understand everything in a greater context. Deadpool is not limited by knowledge constraints and can know what is happening in other universes. This makes him able to adapt better to certain challenges. Who knows? Maybe he knows we're talking about him right now. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed, and as always, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this.